Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Today, the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, said that going forward, he is going to deal with goons. Rais wa taifa la Kenya William Samoei Ruto leo hii akizungumza pale Ikulu amesema kwamba yupo tayari kukabiliana na wahalifu hali maarufu vijana wanaojulikana kama goons wanaotumiwa na wanasiasa. Gachagua hajachelewa. Gachagua is always right on time. He is answering William Ruto. He is answering William Ruto. But before we proceed, maybe if you missed that video clip, this is what William Ruto said.
It is very important. You've had reflections by some people here who have told us about Khartoum. Khartoum was a beautiful city 3 years ago. Today it is rubble. And the world is moving on. The rest of the world is moving on. They have destroyed their country, but the rest of the world is moving on. People are trying to help. We're trying to do whatever we can do. So, we must secure our country. I have been following the debate. You know, we had the demonstrations, democratic, constitutional, legal. But we also have criminals and thugs and characters who destroy people's property, steal from people, burn down buildings. And you know, we are unable to make a decision. You know, you find people who've come to town, they've destroyed, burned down shops, destroyed people's property. And, you know, the conversation is, please, you know, these are our children. You know, these are our children, so we must listen to them, which is okay. You know, yes, must listen to them. We continue. Some people arrested, you know, with criminality, taken to court. They're given a bond of 200 shillings. They live there, you know, because they're our children. And then they go on. They now go to political rallies. And then we have goons. And then I don't know whether we want to say again, these are our children. The goons. So, you know, we really need to have a candid conversation about criminality, the rule of law, security of our nation. It cannot be the case. There cannot be any defense for criminality. There cannot be any defense for breaking the law. I am very happy that the last time there was an attempt for criminality in town and we stopped it, you know, many Kenyans agreed that no, it's now time for us to say no to people who want to ban our property. And that is going to be the future. I am very, it's now clear that everybody, every sector of our society, the business leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, have all agreed that having lawlessness, goons and all these other characters, criminals, should be stopped. Now that we have a consensus, our security agencies must do their job. Within the law, they must do their job and they must stop criminality. You know, that is how we are going to secure Kenya's future. Even as we discuss this future of our nation in the context of what we are saying.
This is what Rigathi is saying, because it's not an audio, it's not a video. It is a long post he has done in response to that. Allow me to read for you. I will try to be articulative so that you'll be able to get what he's saying. Mr. William Ruto, I have heard that today you ordered that guns and criminals be dealt with across the country. Fair enough. But is this the first time you are saying this? Who moves around Nairobi and the country with guns? Not you. Anyway, who will do it? The biggest question in the room. You seem to have lost control of the country, and you have no idea what is happening in the Republic of Kenya. The problem in the East Africa, Haiti, formerly the Republic of Kenya, is not guns. It is rogue police officers working with guns to terrorize innocent Kenyans. They are under the direction of one, the CS Interior, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, and the PS Interior, Raymond Omolo, whom you appointed to protect Kenyans in the Ministry of Interior and coordination of the national government, but which they have converted into a ministry of gunism and coordination of terror against Kenyans. It is either they are doing it with your authority, or you have absolutely no idea what is happening in the country of which you are supposed to be the president. Take Olkalao, for example. The IG deployed over 2,000 police officers, 4 platoons of the dreaded GSU, General Service Units, 4 platoons of Anti-Stock Theft Units, ASTU officers, water cannons, and the entire regional and county security teams. Police officers working in plain clothes, hooded and armed with automatic rifles and tear gas, terrorized innocent Kenyans for over 6 hours. They harassed uniformed police officers and tear gassed the county commissioner under the commands of members of parliament, allied to you, Mr. William Ruto. The uniformed police officers, the General Service Unit, the ASTU, that is ASTU, and the regional and county security teams were helpless because one Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen had deployed them. They killed 2 people, injured 20, and raped multiple women. 6 days later, not a single arrest has been made so far because they are protected by Mr. Murkomen, who had deployed them. Honorable Kawanjiku, your ally, provided the vehicles that ferried the rogue police officers, and you know it. He has confirmed this himself, and the available evidence places him at the crime scene and command scene with the guns. Police officers are complaining that you've allowed Murkomen and Raymond Omolo to transform the National Police Service into a criminal outfit that commits crimes instead of combating crime. The same squad that attacked Witima ACK Church in January is the same one that attacked voters in Olkalau. Investigators have told me in confidence that you personally stopped the prosecution of the wrong police officers who attacked Witima SK Church, since you were the one who ordered them to attack. Why? This is serious. This is very, very serious. They have equally told me that nothing will come out of the Olkalau attack investigations, because Murkomen has told them that you authorized the attack. Stop fooling Kenyans, Mr. Ruto. This is what I said in my earlier video. Those of you watch me, I asked the president to stop pretending. And I asked anyone who is able to reach him to share that video with him. If you cannot protect Kenyans from police goons, how will you protect tourists and investors? You, Murkomen, and Raymond Omolo are the greatest existential threats to our national security and the existence of our republic. Spare us the theatrics, Mr. William Ruto. Kenya is now a crime empire. You know, I said earlier on that we should stop the theatrics. Tuwache kubebwa wana, vile wasapere wanasema. Wakati umefika, we call a spade by its name and a spoon by its name, not a small spade. A time has reached. If this is black, we tell you it is black. That is where Kenya is today. Those who think that Kenya is in its 1930s, when there was scarcity of information, when there were no smartphones, when there was no social media, there was no Facebook, there was no X, there was no TikTok. If the government machineries, those who have not been synthesized to understand how the current technology works, you are in trouble, because change will force you to change. Change will eventually fish you out of your hideout. Nowadays, Kenyans can record. Kenyans can take pictures. There is nothing hidden under the sun in 2026 with the technology that Kenya has. Forget about it. Kenya is advanced. We can get information within 1 second of its happening. Something happens in Nairobi, one takes a picture within 1 second, it's on social media. The days when we had only Voice of Kenya, that was the center of information, is all long gone. If that is where the government is operating, it is supposed to know that Kenya has come of age. And William Ruto is, in fact, going home. God bless you. Asanteni sana.